Baby, I've been here before. I know this room and I walk this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen your flag on the marble arch. And love is not a victory march. It's a calling, it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Yeah, oh Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, today's date is the 3rd of May 2021. Welcome to Godcraft 12. I wanted to just do a short one really and focus on the things I haven't covered so far this year, and I want to focus a little bit on the religious festivals, Easter, Pentecost and Holy Week, which is the week leading up to Easter, and the happenings in nature that have been happening around these dates, because they seem to be important. So we've got on the 27th of the 2nd, that was the end of February, we got the full moon. There was a red tint on it. There was some bombs went off and 2 stabbings on that particular day's news. So all in that one day there, you've got what it talks about in the Bible: blood, smoke and fire, pretty much all in that one day. And it's as I've said before, it's like a little signs, little grains of evidence of what it says. If it wasn't so, they wouldn't be the happenings wouldn't be grouped around the dates in such a specific manner. They wouldn't happen by accident, is what I'm trying to say. There's a new super Earth being discovered by science. They said it's an awful lot closer than they'd expect. They're calling it Earth's twin. I think I covered that on the last one. Forgive me if some of this has been mentioned before. The Pope visited Iraq for the first time ever. That might be a step in the right direction. We've got the Mount Etna still going off. That was big on the news on the 7th of the 3rd. The 10th of March, lots of asteroids going past, lots of shooting stars seen. 10th again was the Twitter story, I think. I haven't got that here. Yeah, Twitter would not remove basically indecent child images. The governments were asking them to take it down, and it was, I haven't got the clip here, and Twitter would not take them down. I'm not saying that's anything particularly relevant, but it's to do with darkness rising, I'd say. Ancient black holes in the news on the 13th of the 3rd. They said it's the size or the weight of 1 billion of our suns, and it's pointing directly at us. Signs in the heavens. This is around Easter weekend. Big anti-lockdown riots in Bristol. Strange it should be Bristol or rather than London, but 500 extremists blamed for a riot that left 20 injured. Lots of blood, fire and smoke again. So there's fire. There will have been some hardcore terrorists in that, making it worse, no doubt. It does cover that. 500 serial demonstrators hell-bent on violence were blamed yesterday for the Kill the Bill riot that left 20 police wounded. Hardcore of extremists descended on Bristol and hijacked a peaceful protest. Yeah, the usual thing. But the point I want to pick up on is the date and the fact that it's extremists and violence. So again, around March the 23rd. So that's kind of a week. That's kind of the start of Holy Week, a week than the lead up week to Easter. One of the Saints' Day, we just had St George's Day. So around this, I say the religious festival. So St George's Day, 23rd of March, I believe that was. You got the Jewish far right kicking off. These are the against the Palestinians. That was in the news. These are the ultra. You could call them the other end of the extreme to the Islamic lot. So the ultra orthodox right wing Jews were in the news for starting trouble with Palestine. That was on St George's Day. Basically, extremism is on the rise, and it's on the rise step by step around the religious holidays and the saints' days. That's what it kind of looks like to me. So I've mentioned the asteroids on the 10th of the 3rd. It was 4 or 5 on that particular day, and it timed exactly with the Burmese. Basically, I believe it was an anti-lockdown riot in Burma, and the police were ordered to shoot at the rioters, basically. So something happened up there with the asteroids, and we had that down here on the same day. That's kind of what I'm implicating, which is a rise in violence. Just go back to Nostradamus again, who predicted a greater. It seems a lot of people have interpreted this year, and he's not talking about the virus anymore, but he said a greater terror to come, and it was to do with 2021. Let's hope that it's not terror or terrorism, but that's Nostradamus, that's not the Bible. Black Hole have done that. Yeah, move on a bit to the top of the neck. That's cool. Sorry about my prompter here. I'm following it a bit. I should have learned my lines better. More fireballs, more prevalence of asteroids and fireballs witnessed all around the world, and we're getting the ones. I mean, you often hear that they're 5 moon distances or X amount of moon distances. That's how they generally measure how close an asteroid is. But this in the last couple of months we've had daytime ones that have streaked across the sky in Vermont, I believe that's in America, and here over the southwest of England. The sonic boom was heard from Jersey to North Devon. Eyewitnesses said it was like crackling thunder, and they felt the shockwave go through them. It shook houses. These kinds of things. It lasted for several minutes, I think they said. So that's the intensity's getting up. Is what I'm trying to get at. Not only are they just whistling over the top, where you might just be able to squint and see them. These things are happening more often and getting closer. 15th of the 3rd. This is near Holy Week. I know this is a bit out there, but this was in the news. It's one of the volcanoes that's going off at the moment. I believe it might have been the Iceland one. The news report was devil's footprints seen descending down the side of a volcano. Extrapolate from that what you want. Good Friday then. Good Friday, which is, we all know what Good Friday is. So 2 policemen were shot dead. That's in the UK. Satan's shoes were in. This is Good Friday again. All Good Friday. Satan's shoes were in the news. I think it was a rapper tried to have his own brand of Nikes. It was a Nike denied anything to do with it, that kind of stuff. But the fact is, Satan's shoes. Within a few days, we've had Satan's footprints and Satan's shoes on the news. And obviously, we all saw the main thing that Easter was all about in the UK this year, which was the violence seemed to return to Belfast. It was like all from Good Friday all the way through. It was blood, smoke, and fire again, with riots, police vans set on fire, eyewitnesses saying it was like the bad old days. Again, it's around a religious festival. Blood, smoke, and fire. Just after that, you had the full supermoon. So I think you can extrapolate the kind of things I'm saying, and we're getting warning signs as we roll through time. Little snippets of perhaps what's to come. It's not too late to. I don't believe it's too late to turn the clock back. We've also had the big evergreen sign shown to the whole world. If you don't know what I mean by that, is that big container ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal. So that was a big sign to the whole world. I think that's more up Miss Thunberg's avenue than mine, but perhaps not a coincidence. And to finish off with, this is very recent. 45. These are the ultra right again, Jewish, killed on one of their festivals. This is a festival to celebrate the end of an old plague that killed so many thousands of Jews hundreds of years ago. But they celebrate it. They celebrate the end of it every year, and they all got hemmed in and crushed to death. 45 of them. And crushed in a narrow walkway as they left a Lag Obermer. It was the Lag Obermer celebration attended by 90,000 mainly ultra-Orthodox men. At least 150 more were injured, 38 critically, in the worst peacetime disaster in Israel's history. This is relevant, you know. These things are really relevant. And again, it's a religious festival, and these are the things I'm asking you to focus on, because they mean something. To finish off with, this is a couple of nice picture of the sun here, one of the best ever taken apparently, from someone's garden. Shot of the sun is one of the clearest taken from Earth. He's mashed together thousands of digital images from his garden. So if you haven't seen that, that's a pretty good picture for those of into photography. So that's signs in the heavens. And we've got a sign on Earth to finish off with. The eagle shark. I've certainly never heard of it before, and I'm going to say it's one of the new creatures. A winged shark with tiny teeth roamed the ocean. Excellent. Looked like a manta ray. It looks like a flying shark, basically, like it's got wings. So if you can focus in on that. There we go. Until next time, God bless.